Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Mankind's greatest blessing. Welcome, everybody, to the area C2 uh, uh, contest for humorous speech contest of the Workers' Toastmaster Club. And I am the Chief Sergeant at Arms, Khushbu Vakil. And I welcome you all to this contest. Great energy. I would like to begin by stating the mission of the Toastmaster Club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication as well as leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So today, since we have a contest, we will also I will also be reading out the rules of the contest. All attendees must mute their audio at all times, unless you're instructed otherwise for those who are attending through Zoom. Please do not share your screen unless asked by the host. Once the contest starts, please turn off your video as well. When the contest is in progress, kindly refrain from movements that distract the speaker. In case you do need to move, please turn off your video before doing that. There will be a break given in between for you to drink water, etc. Once the contest chair starts the contest, this virtual meeting room will be locked. So if you leave, you will not be able to come back to the meeting room. Follow only the suggested naming convention, and yeah, that is all. Wish everybody a very good contest. With that, please help me welcome our contest chair, Toastmaster Sandeep.
Let's have a big round of applause for Khushbu. Why? Because the moment she stepped in, we asked her to take this essay role. Thank you, Khushbu. Okay, let's. Before I start for the Ingress contest and the evocations contest, that's for we are all here. The day before, I was going to office like always. Nice, good morning, and with my new car, 5 months old car, going to the office, was about to reach there. Suddenly, one person, I saw one person showing me hands like, puncture, puncture, puncture. And I thought, oh my God, puncture, I didn't know. I've been running this like from home for 20 minutes. I was not aware that my tire got punctured. I immediately saw one yellow tire on the roadside on the left. I stopped suddenly in a panic because obviously I was in panic that how come this puncture can be. And two guys, then they helped me fixing the puncture. Then they offered me one liquid that will not cause puncture for the next 6 months. At the same time, I was worried because they got 6 punctures in one tire. Okay, and they helped me with the liquid that would make me sure that I will not have puncture for the next 6 months. And they asked me if I go on the same way to my office, and I can stop by any time, and they will help me out. Right? It's a scam, and I didn't realize that time because I never saw video or never realized it never happened to me in two-wheeler when I was, not driving, and I don't know if they do with everyone and how's the, but I realized, and who told me that it was a scam? my boss. The same day, then I told him that, it happened. That's why I got late in the meeting. And he told me, uh, it was a scam. Uh, and I mean, you also know about it now. So I didn't know that, scam happens like this as well to a normal guy. So,
Same pitch. I was also part of that scam.
okay. So I think people know that's a scam. First of all, thank you. Good evening, and thank you for coming here. Let's again have a round of applause for everyone, for yourself, for being here for this humorous and evaluation contest speech. Good evening, presiding officer, uh, contest chief judge PM Abhishek, Toastmaster Abhishek Singh. Dear Toastmasters and dear guests. The purpose of a speech contest is to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities, to recognize individual Toastmasters as an encouragement to all, and to provide an opportunity for all Toastmasters to learn by observing speakers who have benefited from their Toastmasters training. We have 4 contestants, humorous speech contestants. I confirm all contestants are eligible and have been briefed about the rules, timings, display of timing signals. Signals that I'll be again, explaining and briefing about. Chief Judge has confirmed the contest officials have been briefed. About the timing, yes, a humorous contest speech will be 5 to 7 minutes for timers. Minimum time, even though we call it 5 to 7, minimum time for the speech to be qualified, it is minimum time is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. At 5, you have to start showing the green flag. At 6 minutes, you have to start showing the yellow flag. At 7 minutes, you have to start showing the red flag. At the end of 7:30 minutes, there the maximum time will be 7:30 minutes. After each contestant has spoken, a minute of silence shall be observed for the judges to mark their ballots. After the last contestant has spoken, 3 minutes of silence shall be observed for the judges to finalize their ballot and hand over their ballots to the telecounters. Speaking order was determined by the random selection during the briefing which has been shared with the contest officials. I will again share the speaking order with everyone. First speaker for humorous speech contest will be Vedant, Toastmaster Vedant. Second speaker, Toastmaster Dinesh. Third speaker, Toastmaster Puneet. And fourth speaker, Toastmaster Santosh. As mentioned by Sergeant at Arms, may I remind you to keep your audio on mute, video turn off throughout the contest. Make your mobile on silent, or please switch off your mobile. Do not move much. Do not make your movements. Do not go outside when there is a speech going on. So let's begin with that. I will call upon our first contestant, TM Vedant, Toastmaster Vedant, VEDANT, Toastmaster Vedant, if you can come on the stage for the event. And for the rest of the speakers, if you want to go out, you want to go to the breakout rooms, you feel free to go out.
Just 5 minutes. Let's say 10 minutes. नहीं, एक बार कार्ड है कि साइन from
Chief Judge Toastmaster Abhishek Singh, please confirm all the contest officials are in the room and we may begin the contest. Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, Chief Judge Abhishek. Let's begin with the speech. Local. Let's call upon Toastmaster Vedant for his first humorous speech. Toastmaster Vedant, please confirm if you are able to see the timer start.
Yes.
So, Toastmaster Vedant, Adventure of Honey and his big brother, Adventure of Honey and his big brother, Toastmaster Vedant.
Thank you, Sandeep. Fellow Toastmasters and all the dogs lover out there. Today I am here to introduce you to the most adorable, mischievous, and slightly confused little furball in my life. My Pomeranian Honey. Yes, you heard that right. I have a dog named Honey, and no, he's not sticky, but he is sweet for sure. Good evening, Mr. President, dear judges, and all fellow Toastmasters. My today's speech title for this humorous speech contest is Adventure of Honey and His Big Brother. Honey came to my life 2 years ago. Little did I know that February 14th would no longer be about roses and chocolate for me. It would be about dog treats and toys. That's my Honey's birthday. We brought Honey home on Valentine's Day when he was just 3 months old. And from that day on, life has never been the same. Let me tell you something more about Honey. He may be small, fluffy, and absolutely adorable. But don't let that fool you. He is a master of all the chaos in the house. Do you know his favorite pastime? It's sleeping. Not sleeping, sleeping while walking. Sleeping down the stairs and then giving me the look. I need to do that. It is as if his four legs have mind on their own and they all seems to be on a different mission at the same time. He often sleeps while running here and there in hurry. That's one of the favorite part and funny part of it. Now, when he's not busy sleeping, he loves to roam around the house and it is as if he's on a secret mission. He'll move from one room to another with his tail wagging furiously. and only to suddenly disappear. Where does honey go, you ask? Well, honey believes the ultimate hiding spot in the whole house is under the dining table. And there he stays, thinking he has outsmarted everyone until dinner time. The moment smell of food comes, that smell lures him out from his invisible castle. Now, like all other dashing young pups, here comes the honey's flirtiest part. When a female dog is around, he barks confidently, showing off his shiny coat and giving those come here eyes. But as soon as the other male dog enters the scene, he transforms into completely different creature altogether, a coward. And the moment other dog barks, he runs. Where does he run? Right behind me, of course. Yes, my dear Toastmasters, the mighty Honey has appointed me as his personal bodyguard. And being a dutiful big brother that I am, I always step up, chest out, and ready to protect from those big bad street dogs. But Honey isn't just about sleeping, flirting, and hiding under the table. He is also master of tasty food. Well, I mean curd and sweets. That's right. Just give him a bowl of curd and you will see pure joy in those puppy eyes. The moment he gets something sugary, it's like he's performing a happy dance, a sort of furry four-leg dance that makes you wonder if he's actually part of kangaroo. One of my favorite thing about Honey is the way he greets me whenever I go back to my hometown Nagpur. While walking through the door, it's like a mini parade in my honor. Honey dashing here and there with his tail wagging furiously and barking with excitement and of course sleeping in between. It's a welcome home like no other. And he never fails to make me feel as the most important person in this world. You see, Honey isn't just my pet. He's my little brother, my partner in crime, and my loyal companion. And because of that, I proudly call myself Honey ka bada bhai. That's a title I always wear with pride, even if it means defending him from the dog 3 times his size or rescuing him from the clutches of dining table. So as I here stand, I just want to say that having Honey in my life is one of the most joyful, entertaining, and sometimes hilarious moments. He's more than just a dog and a constant reminder that life is sweeter, funnier, and more chaotic with my little fur ball. That's all about me, and I'm missing him badly. Love you, Honey. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vedant. What a lovely speech. It reminds me of my old days uh, when I had one small puppy too. When I was in school. Uh, so fresh memories. I can recall. Thank you for that. Now let's go ahead and let me call upon second speaker for the speech contest, Toastmaster Dinesh on the stage. Toastmaster Dinesh,
Can we do that pattern?
yeah,
We check for online, especially online experience.
yeah. Online folks, you are able to hear us properly?
Yes, yes. Got the thumbs up.
Okay. And Toastmaster Dinesh, are you able to see the timing class here? Right. So Toastmaster Dinesh, Panchsutri for success, Panchsutri for success, Toastmaster Dinesh.
How many of you remember your first love? Don't be shy. You have wonderful husbands and wives caring for you at home. You still have time to remember your first love. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters. We all remember the first things in life. First love, first crush, first bike, first car. I remember my first flight journey. It was year 2005. First flight journey, first international journey, and I flew from Mumbai to Paris to Manchester. I reached there little after midnight. I took a taxi to my hotel. It was about 30 minutes ride, and midway through it, the taxi driver stopped. It was lonely road. Nobody on the road. I was little afraid. Foreign land. What is he going to do to me? I've heard weird things about people in countries outside India. I was like, what are you going to do to me? He was like, sir, there is a red light there. And it's middle of the night. Do you care for red light? And all of a sudden I started thinking, oh my God, what are these people doing? They are wasting time waiting for a red light out there. And then I thought, how smart Indians are. How great we are on the roads. And then I thought I could write a Pancha Sutri for road, for success. And I began writing the first sutra, the very first sutra. When on the road, every inch is important. If there is a car in front of you, don't leave any distance. It's like a war on the road. Have you heard the soldiers say, fight for every inch of the land? It's like the war on the road here. It's important. Don't leave any real estate. Second sutra. Ensure nobody is able to overtake you. If somebody is trying to overtake you from right, navigate right. If somebody is trying to overtake you from left, go to left. After all, time is important. That person is going to overtake you. And then you'll have to overtake him or her. It's just waste of time. We don't have time in life, do we? So that's the second sutra. The third sutra, the traffic signals. Those are all guidelines. Those are not rules. Remember, when you see the green signal, you have to drive fast. When you see the yellow signal, you have to drive faster. And when you see the red signal, you have to look around and drive faster. Don't we all do that? That's the third sutra. Sutra of productivity and success. Sutra number 4. And I especially like this sutra. It's about the speed limits. I follow speed limits to the letter and spirit. If it is 30 kilometers per hour, I'll never drive below 30 kilometers per hour. If you go on highway with 60 kilometers per hour, my speed would always be 65, 70, 80. I'll never come below 60. I follow it to the letter and spirit. So sutra number 5, and the important one, and especially important for the people in Pune. We all do wear helmets, do we? Like this. Put it back. Oh my God, I wasted 4 seconds in my life putting on helmet and going back. It's one of the productivity killers. So never wear helmet. Even buckling up. Putting buckle like this, 2 seconds, 2 seconds back. It's just waste of time. We Indians are making so much progress. We took on British, and our GDP is higher than that of Britain. That's because all of this Pancha Sutri is very important. Do we all agree? Do we do some of this at least? Little bit. All of us do it. So it's very important. And I was about to publish this book, publish this Pancha Sutri. But I stumbled upon some facts. I stumbled upon a report, recent report, a report by Ministry of Road Transport and Safety. They said in year 2004 alone, there are 155,000 people who died because of road accidents. It averages about 17 people every hour. From the time I started my speech till this time, there has already been one death in India somewhere. Are we really proud of all this? Do we really want to follow this? Our kids are waiting for us at home. Time is important, but you will have time only when you are alive. So at times, being alive is more important. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear Toastmasters, the time it takes to put on helmet, the time it takes to buckle up is worth it. Mr. Panteshia. Get through, isn't it?
Okay, let's go for the next speech. I'll call upon Toastmaster Puneet on the stage. Toastmaster Puneet, can you see the timers? And can you say something?
So I'm audible and visible. Just raise your hand or thumbs up if I am clearly audible and visible.
Yes. Toastmaster Puneet, Momos, Toastmaster Puneet.
Good evening, Mr. Contestants, fellow Toastmasters. On that day, 3 a.m. midnight, me and my wife were sleeping very deeply. The night was very cold, and outside the dog was barking like "Wow, wow." And suddenly my phone started ringing. And me and my wife trembling, and I'm looking for the phone. And pick up the hello, hello. My wife said, Puneet, it's not your phone, it's a spectacle box. I managed to pick up the phones and give it to her. My wife said, pick up the phone, hello, and said, hey, Ami, I am Nita. And my wife wake up with the fresh energy. What happened, Nita? She said, don't worry, nothing is wrong. Just, my sister-in-law is pregnant. And in the pregnancy, pregnant woman severes with foods. And now she craves with severe foods and she want to eat momos at this time. And no one will deliver momos at 3 a.m. midnight. And you know how I wait to make the food. So that's why I called you, because you are able to make a good momos. My wife said, okay, I will make it. And will you also please deliver momos to Viman Nagar? My wife said yes, but my face was small because 4 a.m. I have to deliver the momos from Wakar to Viman Nagar. She cut the phone and she started asking me to now write down the ingredients. I said, why you want the ingredients? She said that I want to make a momos. So you have to went to the grocery shop and you have to bring the ingredients. I told that, are you mad? It's a 4 a.m. She put her hand in his palm. Immediately, she dialed a phone to our neighbor. And our neighbor had picked up a phone after 10 minutes. And they started conversation with the very energetic at 4 a.m. nights. My wife told entire story and she agreed that. And she told to my wife, don't worry, we no need any ingredients. You know my friend Rekha? She made a momos at yesterday night at her home. So we'll ask her if some momos left, we will deliver. She added her in a conference call and again repeated the entire story. And she said that, don't worry, I have some momos and I will give you. So my wife said, okay, I will ask my husband to come your home, so she will pick up. She said that, don't worry, I will dunzo at 4 a.m. I relax. My Sunday morning late sleeping class is not going to be spoiled. And we went for the sleep. But God wants to teach one lesson to me. So after 1.5 hours, again phone started ringing. My wife has picked up the phone and started the conversation. Nita said, Ami, what happened? My wife said that I don't know. Nita said that momos which you have sent that is not liked by my sister-in-law. She wants some momos from a Utkar Stokes where Rajubai momos is making the momos. And it is near to your house. My wife told them, don't worry, my husband will deliver early mornings. Again, my face literally small. But I wake up early because the order is from my wife. I went to the Utkarsh source. I found that soap, but suddenly what I see, the soap has been closed. I little bit nervous, and I inquired about the soap, and I got to know that that soap has been closed since last 6 months. I inquired more because I want to deliver the momos from the Raju Bhais. But I got to know when I inquired that he has so closed his shop because his son, as of now, who is the reputed engineer in one of the biggest company, and he does not want his father make momos and selling on the crossroad because his status, his reputations are getting impacted. And he felt bad about himself that my father is selling the momos. That's why he forced his father to not sell momos. But somehow I able to find the address of Raju Bhai's home. I went to his home. I explained entire situation to Raju Bhai, but his son goes home and come forward. My father will not make a momos for now onwards. Why you come to my house? I told him, why you are not allowing to make a momos to your father? He is very passionate about it, and his momos is famous in the area. He is his hobby. I told him, no, he is not going to make any momos. I asked one question: is it because of that? It's spoil your reputation. It spoil your status. He said yes. I said only one thing to him. He man is doing this business when you are 1 year old, and now you are 30 years old, and you are said then no. Due to that business, you are in the this stage. After a long conversation, he agreed on that. And Raju Bhai made a momos and I deliver with the Dunzo. I don't go to Viman Nagar. I saved that time. With this, I learned two things with this small incident. First, don't underestimate the power of woman networking. Second, we do not have to ascend on our parents' business or a work because whatever they did in the past or whatever they are currently doing, we are here due to their business and their work. It's over to you, contestant chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Puneet. You are so kind to me. If I were you, I would have changed the room.
If only one bedroom.
Okay, now let me call upon our fourth and last industry speaker, Toastmaster Santosh Kamoli. Toastmaster Santosh, you are able to see the panel. Yes. And can you speak if online people are able to?
I'm audible?
Online team? Yes. Thank you. Toastmaster Santosh, face the problem with his mic. Face the problem with his mic. Toastmaster Santosh.
Face the problem. But what if your face itself is a problem? Contest share, fellow audience member, and my esteemed guest. Good evening. When life throws lemon, make lemonade. But I suggest when life throws problem on you, just smile. There are a lot of problems we all face in our daily routine, isn't it? You, me, everyone here, online team, my secret judges, you as well, must have faced problems in your routine. But to tackle a problem, there are situations. There are formulas to come out of it. I see beautiful and handsome faces here. How many of you here are IT professional? Please raise your hand. Wow. My fellow warriors, namaskar. Problems of IT professionals. They battle daily with servers, cables, and end user errors and whatnot. But there is always a but. Whose but? I don't know. But there is a situation to come out of it. When we are talking about servers, my favorite long time thing is when I am leaving my office, server is saying, let me crash. That becomes a problem for me. There are some issues which are just heading when you're going for lunch. Or when you're coming from your executive presentation of a 10 slider, there is also. This is one type of problem which we all face as IT professionals. But I see there are more few faces here who are non-IT professionals. Please raise your hand if you are non-IT professionals. Very, very few. Namaskara to you as well. Your problem is different. You are waiting and watching and staring how the server is getting fixed. This IT professional, how they are working. To my fact, when I also had a problem which was non-IT and which we all face during our daily routine. Problem working with our spouse in the kitchen. One fine day last week, I and my wife thought of preparing biryani. And you know what? I got a task. Do what? Sprouting onions. And instruction how to sprout onions. My wife told, take the spatula, stir it well, gently in the pan till the onion gets golden brown. I'm an IT professional. It was totally out of my mind. How come
white onion become a golden brown. But I can't say anything. It will create another problem. So that was one problem which I was facing. I hope you all are facing this when you are working with your spouse in your kitchen. Immediately, I helped her, followed the instruction, and steered well till the onion become golden brown. And to my fact, I just was missed with that instruction, and then that onion got fully black. That was another problem for me. I came out from there. Immediately, I stepped out of kitchen, went into my bedroom. There, my son, Dad! I said, what? My vacation is spoiled. Today is Sunday. My vacation is totally spoiled. I was just listening to him. My favorite video blogger has stopped his audio podcast. Start uploading his podcast. In my mind, I was laughing. But the first instant, what struck to my mind, the first golden rule of parenting: never ever smile on your kid's problem. It will invite more problem. So those are all the problems which I faced. But to my fact, whenever we have a problem, we have to just keep on smiling. When we smile, there is chemical from brain which is released, which makes things feel better. Isn't it? Try this formula in your daily routine. It will definitely help you. Maybe you are facing a problem at your office where your boss is throwing problem at your faces, right, left, and center. No matter. Keep smiling. Say, all is well. Like famous Bollywood movie, Amir Khan said, all is well. That will make things better. To my fact, whenever you are facing this problem, try this function. It will definitely help you. Back to you, Contestant.
Thank you, Santosh. So here now we completed our humorous speech contest session. Now we shall now observe 5 minutes of silence for the judges to finalize their ballots and hand over to the teleconference. And meanwhile, judges are finalizing their ballot. We can have a break for 5 minutes and we'll resume for the another session, evaluation speech. Red card is not
Yes, I mean, first day. Okay. अच्छा, okay. Hello, sir. Anand ji. Process क्या है? क्या है? But it happens when Saturday only. Every Saturday. And at home, I got no, I get I get I today I called a number to give an website.
So today, no, contact the next better is please speak there, or you will have
Yeah, right. So I saw the thing with the very nice code.
yeah. It's a little legal related.
Correct. It's nice.
So you can need to. And we will connect after this contest.
Yes. Thank you.
Can we? Yes, our recording is going. Yeah, our communication is everything recorded and we will put it in the. Just. इनको दो जो वही बोला था वही नोटिस के लिए ये नोटिस थोड़ा देखिए हम लोग तो बात हाँ ब्रेकआउट रूम में जो सार्जेंट है नाम है ना तो इसको बोलना तो उसको मैं बाहर लेके फिर वन बाय वन सबको एक दो मिनट चीफ जज ना
Any case for you come for the first time to the meeting? You come for the first time. Only the other first time to the meeting. So after this is over, we'll tell you about it. And some patients this is today. Today we are having contest. Once this is done, we will apply. We'll tell you more after this session. First time, first session will.
Abhi,
Good evening once again. I hope you had a nice break. Laughter is the best medicine, and I hope all of you have had a dose of yours. Okay, in the first session of our humorous speech contest, we proceed to the next section. Now we will start the evaluation speech contest for the Wacker Toastmaster Club. We have already gone through introduction, and I hope all the online members working. Yeah, I hope all the online members are there. I will repeat the rules again for the contest. Please remain for all the online members. Please keep your audio on mute. Do not move unnecessarily so that the contestants are not distracted. Same applies for people over here. Please do not move. Keep your phones on silent so that the people participating are not distracted. And for all the online members, once the contestant starts the contest, the virtual meeting room will be locked. Once you go out, you will not be able to come back again. So please make sure that you are connected. Please turn off your video as well once the contest is started. And yeah, please refrain from any movements. That is all. Over to you, contest chair. Toastmaster Sandeep.
is there. Thank you, TM Kusu, for taking my full name. How many of you know my full name? So we are in touch most of the time. So.
I also.
Okay, thanks. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Let's applause for yourself again, once again. Let's have a big round of applause for giving up. And let's start the second session, evaluation speech contest. My greetings to presiding officer, chief judge, Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. The purpose of the speech contest is to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities, to recognize individual Toastmasters as an encouragement to all, and to provide an opportunity for all Toastmasters to learn by observing speakers who have been benefited from their Toastmasters training. We have 4 contestants for evaluation contest. I confirm all the contestants are eligible, have been briefed about the rules, timings and display of the timing signal. And I will again explain the timing rules. Chief Judge has been confirmed that the contestants official have been briefed. Each contestant will deliver a speech within a time limit of 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes, upon 2 minutes, timers will start showing green flags. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, timers will start showing yellow flag. And at the end of 3 minutes, at 3 minutes, they will start, timer will start showing red flag. The maximum limit for the evaluation is 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Each contest, the speaking order was determined by the random selection during the briefing, which has been shared with the contest officials. The order is first evaluation speaker will be Toastmaster Varghese. Second evaluation speaker will be Toastmaster Puneet. Third evaluation speaker will be Toastmaster Santosh. And fourth and last evaluation speaker will be Toastmaster Dinesh. As mentioned by Sergeant at Arms, may I remind you to keep your audio on mute, your mobile phone on silent or switched off. Chief Judge, Toastmaster Abhishek, please confirm all the contest officials are in the room and we may begin the contest. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for the confirmation. All the evaluators, contestants have been given evaluation sheets. Contestant will now get 5 minutes to complete. So I will now would like to start for the test speaker. The test speaker, who is someone senior technical manager, he is from Toastmaster Pune Northwest Club. His hobbies are listening to podcasts. Let's call upon Toastmaster Nikhil on the stage. Toastmaster Nikhil, you as a test speaker. Toastmaster Nikhil, food fiasco, Toastmaster Nikhil.
One day, on a peaceful morning, my wife gave me idlis. And she asked curiously, how are the idlis? Those are delicious, na? Those are delicious, na? She was only asking the question and she was only answering the questions. I said, let me first eat it, then I will let you know how those are. Very courageously, I ate one idli. That was like a stone. Stones are also delicate than those idlis. So, how many of you have experienced such incident in your life? Yeah, there are so many people like me. Good evening, contest chair, chief judge, and lovely contestants. So, food is very important in our life, without which we cannot live. But we all must have crazy, funny stories in our life related to food fiasco. I would like to share some food fiasco stories in my life. Almost 10 years back, when I was working in Infosys Bangalore, my team lead, she got promotion. So I was working as a test analyst and she was my team lead. And she got promotion. She was promoted to team manager and she threw a party and she invited all senior management, general manager, delivery manager in that party. So we all went to that party and they were having a discussion, very serious discussion they were discussing in the restaurant. And we all juniors, we were waiting for that signal to start having food. And finally, we got that signal from our seniors, senior management, and we attacked on food counters. We started taking food plates and we started taking food like we have not eaten food for many years. So after a lot of struggle, I got a plate. I took a plate and rushed to the chefing dish. So chefing dish is like it's a utensil in which no food is there and it is kept on heat source, so food remains warm. So I opened one chefing dish and I could not find what I wanted to eat. So I opened another chefing dish. I opened one by one all chefing dishes, and there was no food which I wanted to eat. So I went to another food stations and I again searched for the food I wanted to eat. But I did not get. I got frustrated. And finally, I went to my manager and finally I disturbed her. She was having a serious discussion and her name was Aarti. I said, Aarti, can you tell me where is paneer, sabji and rotis? She got embarrassed. She got annoyed and she took me to the side and said, "Nikhil, this is mainland China and you're asking for Punjabi dishes, rotis and sabjis. Please don't embarrass me." And she went back to discuss with her seniors. So that is the food fiasco I faced because on those days, whenever I used to go to a restaurant, I used to eat paneer sabji or paneer or rotis. That is only I used to eat. So I knew only that. So that was the food fiasco incident in my life. There's one more incident I would like to share. Like I decided to go with my wife to a restaurant. It was before marriage and it was our first meeting. And we went for breakfast to the restaurant. And I like dosa very much. But dosa is very thin. We can't eat, at least I can't eat dosa with fork and spoon. How many of you can eat dosa with spoon and fork? Okay, so there are so many people like me. And I wanted to impress her. I did not want any fiasco this time. So I decided to eat uttappa because it is little bit thicker. So you can eat uttappa with spoon and fork. So finally, we went to a restaurant and I ordered uttappa as per my plan and she ordered masala dosa. So it was our first meeting. So I did not know what to do, what to say. So finally, I did the easy thing I could do. I started eating my uttappa. And finally, she broke the ice and she started talking to me and we started discussion. And after some time, I observed that I can eat my uttappa very comfortably with my spoon and fork, but she was struggling to eat dosa with spoon and fork. And finally, I came to know that she's also like me. And I realized that why people say that pairs are made in heaven. So I stopped eating my uttappa with fork and spoon and started eating with my hand. And I told her that I also don't know how to eat dosa with no spoon and fork. So you can also start eating with your hands. And she got very embarrassed, and finally we started laughing. And so that is the fiasco incident we faced in our life. And after 8 years or so, I tease her on that fiasco incident we faced in that restaurant. So jokes apart, we have been taught since our childhood that we should not waste food, because if we respect the food, then only food can respect us. There are so many people in this country, in this world, who don't get enough food to survive. So it's very important for all of us to inculcate the most important habit of not wasting food. So don't waste food, even if you don't know how to eat dosa with spoon and fork, or even if you don't like Chinese food. Don't waste food, respect food. Thank you, contest chair or OT.
Thank you for Master. Now we'll observe 5 minutes. We'll give 5 minutes for contestant to complete their notes.
Hello. Hello. આપણે આવું છું 6:30 આવું 6:30 સાંજે આવું જે લઈ આવવાની મેસેજ પછી લઈને જ આવીશ હા
All the evaluator contestants, please write your name on the sheet. The red card, show red card one. Okay, so we are done with the evaluation notes. I will request Toastmaster Prithvi to take the evaluation sheets from contestant. And please submit your mobile phones as well. Mobile phone as well. Yeah, contestant one can be here. But please submit your mobile phone as well. Yes. Now, with the help of Tag Master, all the contestant except contestant one, who is Toastmaster Varghese, will be moved from this room to the outside to not even on the sofa, okay? I'll interact with you, subject accounts, to communicate the names who will come next. Okay. So I will call upon Toastmaster Varghese, who is first contestant for the evaluation speech. Toastmaster Varghese. Contestant one, Toastmaster Varghese.
Toastmasters always say, people forget what you say, but you remember how you make them feel. The best way to connect with anyone is a human. He actually made us feel not was listening to his speeches. Each one of you were able to connect, at least I was able to connect how that Italy looks like, because recently I had similar experience, even after 15 years of Paris. So that is how a good communicator is. So you started with a humor, with making an impression with your body language. You made us feel how that Italy looks like, how she presented it to you, how anxious she was. So we were all able to connect with it. An excellent way you started. Now, moving from the Italy to the corporate event, where we are least interested on the financial part, we are more curious on the food is where it is presented the. We all were able to connect. So excellent way you started your speech. And how when we move to a different restaurant of a different cuisine and looking for our favorite foods. So each and everyone were able to connect, and well-organized speech started with a humor, then you introduced, then you moved to the Chinese food, later to the first date with your wife, how you experienced, had an idli dosa with a spoon and fork. It was an excellent time, and we were able to deliver the message. But every speech has an opportunity to improve. The two recommendations I would like to give. One is vocal variety and voice modulation. When you presented your wife, I was expecting some anxious, how is the dosa? So body language when your wife cooked for the first time, then voice modulation. Did you like it? How was it? So that can add more flavor to that speech. I was curious why the speech is going good, but you nailed it with an excellent message. Whether it is cuisine is different, is it hard, or is it a spoon or fork? Wasting food is not acceptable. A lot of people are starving daily, and that actually was the excellent conclusion. So overall, started with the humor, set a tone for the speech, excellent body with a corporate 2 to 3 topics, and excellent conclusion. If you can add these two, that will take the speech to the next step. Thank you. Over to the class.
Thank you, Toastmaster Varghese. Yeah, we'll keep 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their. So I will call upon our second contestant, Toastmaster Punil. Toastmaster Punil, contestant two, Toastmaster.
Good evening, Mr. Contestant Chairs, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. There is a very famous quote in our Gujarati. If you want to win any man's heart, the way of that heart is pass through your stomach. The same things as my target speaker started, food fiasco. If you are not interested in that food and that is going to be present in front of you, your heart is not going to be win. With that, he started the story with the idli. It's like a stone. He added humor in that. We are not able to lift the stone. After that, he is looking for the Punjabi food, but everywhere is the China food. And he does not recognize the food which he wants and he demoralizes us. He put his entire story in very precisely and very things. Put one example of Chinese food, then he put his example on his first meeting, right? When he is not able to eat the food with the stuff. So he changed the idea because he is the food lover and he wants to happy their heart. So he changed the order and he started with the Uttapa. And he started the good conversation because his heart is win and by that way he is able to win the heart of his partner. That's why he added the humors and everything into the speech. He used the entire speech, vocabulary, voice modules, everything is good. Just the things is that you need to be more towards the conclusion of the things. Your conclusion and your story are not relevant. But at the last, which you give the messages like that, there is one community in our Gujarat, that's Jain community. After the eating foods, they are wash their hands in their thalis and drink all their waters. By that way, they clean their dishes. So that message you put it very precisely that we don't want to waste the food. Just only one saying, right? If you put any single rice in your plate, you wasted. We have a 150 crore Indians. Imagine if each one of 50 crore Indians put only one rice, then how many food is going to be wasted? It's over to you, contestant chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Punil. Now we shall observe 1 minute silence for the for the judges to mark their ballots. Let's have a third contestant, evaluation contestant, Toastmaster Santosh on the stage. Toastmaster Santosh, contestant three, Toastmaster.
Life is uncertain. Eat the dessert first. A famous quote by Ernest Hemingway. As the thought provoked me to listen to Toastmaster Nikhil. Good evening to you. Fellow guests, a warm welcome to you all. Speech title was Food Fiasco. It took me a little time to understand what is this all about. As a speech evaluator, I was thinking now I will get to see or get to listen about good food. But my things were totally shattered. When Toastmaster Nikhil started with saying about idli, dosa. I'm a South Indian. You can assume what will be going in and around my mind. Idli, dosa. The first thing in morning, I need to have this. Toastmaster Nikhil, kudos to you. When you started saying idli dosa, I can't eat with fork and spoon. You also enthralled us by saying idli dosa is what I like to have in my breakfast. Your vivid storytelling technique I like. You transitioned from what you liked and you took us to your office intra party where your manager was having a party with all the executives. You found it something different. That transition about going back to your manager and asking, I like idli and dosa, but what? I'm not finding it. Then she said something back to you, Nikhil, this is Chinese hotel. You can't expect something like this. So that transition, you spoke to us and presented very well. Second, you also shared your personal experience about your spouse when you met her on a first date before marriage. All good. One recommendation which I would like to tell to you, as it was the first meet, you would have created suspense about with a gesture saying, yes, I too was thinking about it, that should I tell you or no? Wherein you later found you and his wife were both on the same page. Stage is your kingdom and speaker is a king. This is what I believe. And you have all given us back with your enthralling and thought-provoking speech. Back to you, contestant.
Now we shall observe another 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
Listen, now light is proper because outside there is a dark. Light is okay, right? Let's see.
So we'll now start the last and fourth evaluation. Contestant 4, I'll call upon Toastmaster Ganesh on the stage. Toastmaster Ganesh, contestant 4, Toastmaster Ganesh.
Food fiasco. Toastmaster Nikhil delivered a wonderful speech about food. He was talking about so many different food items. And being a foodie, that shows up. As much I try to hide it, it shows up. I was just tuned to his speech throughout. To evaluate his full speech, I will use the acronym FIASCO, the title of his speech. First of all, I found his speech very funny and humorous. The highlight of his speech was when he says, comparing with idlis, stones are delicate. I hope your wife doesn't know about this, that you're comparing her idlis with delicate stones. You'll be in real trouble if she knows about it. It was humorous. He was trying to find paneer in Chinese restaurant. So there was humor endless throughout his speech. Next was his interactive narration. All his stories were interactive. We felt like as if we are there in that situation. He had a couple of stories with his wife in a restaurant before marriage. And the way he was narrating it, he got the picture in front of us. So that was very interactive narration you had. The third thing I will talk about your speech is attention grabbing body language. Your narration and body language, your hand gestures, your movement, it was very well aligned. The 93-7 principle, 55-38-7 by Meherbian, it says 93% of the speech is non-verbal communication. It's not the words. I think you did perfect justice to it by using your hands, body language, which was aligning with your speech. Now coming to the part where you can do better was structure. Your speech was collection of stories. If there was link from one story to another, that would have helped. Second recommendation is about closure. You close and your message was don't waste the food. Somehow I did not feel it was connected with everything else that you are telling in your story. You could have said that you appreciate the food, the variety of the food. You go to different places, you'll get different food. Try to develop taste for it, you'll enjoy. That would probably would have been an appropriate closure for your story. But overall, it was outstanding speech. I loved it. And to summarize, just a couple of things you need to work on, the structure and closure. But your humor was great. And your narration, you are a great storyteller. So your narration was amazing. I loved the speech. We'd like to hear it again. Mr. Contestant.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ganesh. Now we shall observe 5 minutes silence for the judges to finalize their ballots and hand over to telecounters. 5 minutes. Meanwhile, I will call upon each contestant for the interview round. I will call upon Toastmaster Dinesh first. If you can come on the stage. And this is my opportunity to, ask whatever I want. Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. I would like to just ask you what, in your daily life, daily routine, we are so busy in our work and with family, right? How do you find time to improve and be consistent in improving your public speaking skills?
Sure. I know you are married. So our motivation to be a better speaker, better negotiator, I think we develop a lot of skills, lot of tips for it after our marriage as well. To do a lot of negotiation in daily lives. Right from morning, who wakes up kids, who gets them ready for the school. So that kind of motivates you to be a better negotiator, better communicator. How can you convince your better half? But jokes apart, I think in our regular life, your professional life, after a stage is reached, it's very important how you are able to communicate yourself, how you are able to articulate your thoughts. The same thoughts, if you articulate differently, if you communicate differently, it will have different impact. If you realize that, if you start working on that, you'll get different results. The sooner you realize it, the better you will start working on that. So I think it's a matter of priorities, and that's what whenever I go to opening new clubs, talking to audience, many of them say I don't have time. I say you have time, but this is not your priority. So if you prioritize it, you'll find time for it.
Okay. One more question. Sorry. So, would you recommend any? Do you read books?
Some, yes.
Okay. Do you recommend any book? Because I'm a book lover, so I not like one book in a week, but I just focus on the time that I should spend 15 minutes of time reading book. So, would you recommend anything related to what we should read or what I should read?
Sure. So I am mostly in non-fiction. For some reason, I can't read fiction. But non-fiction and my favorite, and many of you would have read it. I have read it multiple times. The 7 Habits from the Week. I think that's a life-changing thing. If you really start following, there's some simple principles given out there. So I think that's the must read for me. If you're asking me that. Thank you.
Now I'll call upon Toastmaster Puneet on the stage. Hi Puneet, tell me about how you are celebrating Ganesh, in your society or at home or in your community?
See, first of all, we are not celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi as like the Darbars. But since last few years, we started the celebration when my daughter has become 3 years. So whenever the Ganesh Chaturthi came, she wants to make a dance in our society, or she want to sing a song. So before a 1 month Ganesh Chaturthi, there is a dancing song selection, dancing practices has been started at my home from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. So from that we are starting, and after the Ganesh Chaturthi finish that dance, she has performed. That will be shown up to everyone till next month. She uploaded to YouTube and she showed to the everyone, and every day during the eating, dinner time, she showed to the everyone same dance. So that Ganesh Chaturthi celebration is from before the 1 month and after the 1 month till Darbar is not going to start.
Another one, I mean, I myself watch a lot of, I spend a lot of time on, watching YouTube videos and maybe some learning, not always the, all the unnecessary things. Sometimes it's important, but still, I'm spending so much time on those. So, do you also spend, or how would you restrict yourself doing that?
See, I have not restricted my times in the YouTube. I am seeing lots of YouTube reels, but when during the office meeting times, when my input is not required, but my presence was over there. So I will be there in that call, and I am going to watch YouTube and reels for the 20 to 25 minutes. But because sometimes it's not you have to speak over there, but you have to be present over there. Your presence will make some result. So I am not going to listen anymore, but I will be there. So everything will be work smoothly. I am listening there also, and I am watching the reel. So those 20 to 40 minutes during office hours, I am able to see the YouTube videos. Rest of the times I have 2 kids, they are not allowing me to watch the video.
Okay, thank you, TM Puneet. So can I call Varghese on the stage? Even though I know you for the last 1 year, more than now, but I want to know about you more as a person in your family, about your family, and some inspiration if you can tell us about it. On anything. I mean, you can, in any way, you can.
Family, I'm married for last 15 years. I have 2 kids. My daughter is 9 years and son actually 9th standard, and son is in 6th.
That's what I was thinking, your third daughter.
Sorry?
You said 9, I thought you had a third daughter.
No, no plans yet. So jokes apart, yeah. And I'm working for a MSM. So you asked me to inspiration of Toastmasters started in 2015. So initial days, the biggest challenge or the fear was how to prepare a speech. The content, then structure it, and how do we deliver. Maybe after 15 or 10 years of practice, there's no fear. That's the biggest thing. And as Dinesh rightly said, communication not only here, it helps a lot in our professional, personal life. Examples are sometimes we need to convey tough messages. That's the most challenging part. And we need to keep composed and deliver it with an empathy. I think that's where I felt most challenging part in communication. And it has helped a lot, like we said, in personal life as well as in
Now let me call upon our Toastmaster Santosh.
I forgot my question.
Just ask him, when you inviting your food restaurant, only one restaurant.
Sorry?
When you invite us to your food restaurant.
No, I didn't know. Food restaurant. Can you tell us about your food restaurant?
So, yeah.
I recently started my new business with Cloud Kitchen. It's all about food on cloud and no offline. So I had this vision since when I started my job. I wanted to open a restaurant, and during that time, I did had that plan, investment, and everything. But now I have the overall workflow how it can be designed well, and also the financial part. So I'm very much okay to start it. But yes, as of now, it is a startup, and you all know startup. It's like it's a long way to go now. So we still are defining in processes, standard procedures, so that we can invite customers and serve them well, so that we can make justice to what we are serving.
Is there any platform that we can see your cloud or there is?
Yes, yes, we have Swiggy and Zomato.
Okay, you are.
Yeah. So just search Green Kitchen,
Green Kitchen. Okay, now we know.
all healthy foods.
So we'll get a discount as well, right?
Absolutely.
So what's the code? We'll get a code from you.
Wtmc.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you also to new members?
Early birds.
Okay, now let me call upon our Toastmaster, youngest Toastmaster, Vedant. Toastmaster Vedant, how long you've been living? You're from Nagpur.
Yes, I am from Nagpur. It's almost 1 year.
1 year, right?
Yes, I joined PCS last year in June, and it's my anniversary. It was my anniversary at June.
Okay, so what's the difference in terms of climate and in overall city experience?
Almost the same, but in case of road, I found Nagpur roads are more broader as compared to Pune, and especially in Hinjawadi. There is always a traffic jam here and there, and the metro work is going on and still going. And compared to Nagpur, it is already completed, and metro's network is much more better in Nagpur, I can say.
How many metros there in Nagpur?
Actually, there are two lines.
Okay.
Blue line and orange line. So it is working from Khapri to that Gattigoda, and here from Gittikalan to.
You don't know whatever you say. Whatever place is.
Yes, there is no.
Okay. So just another question. You are started working. How much experience you are?
I'm fresher actually. This is my
Your
first.
first job, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the transformation you see in yourself?
Yes, I can.
Being a student and now.
From a college student to working professional, I can see greater personal confidence in myself, and I'm learning so many new things. How to deal with different kind of people, how to talk, how to communicate, how to persuade others. I'm learning this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, the judges are working on their ballots. I'll call upon presiding officer TM to look for the.
Yes, you need to wait to adjust the contest.
Okay.
Really? So get the results out first.
Okay.
And then adjust the contest and then you wait.
Okay.
So you can check out.
At that point in time, you can take case.
हाँ वही कर रहे हैं.
Artist.
Thank you.
साइन में संदीप का नाम लिख देना.
Thank you for your patience. Let's begin for the results. So I'll let them contest. Now I'll call upon Toastmaster Abhishek for announcing the results.
Yeah, thank you so much, contest chair. Okay, so talking about a contest, it takes lot of effort in the background, and I must say making a contest in an offline setup, it takes a lot more. So online, getting people in the offline setup, it was a real challenge. And the challenge was being a CJ, getting a VJ in the room on a festival and on a weekend. It's all these situations won't fall in the same spot. So fortunately or unfortunately, we had to go into the hybrid mode and get those VJs. But I would like to appreciate Toastmaster Puneet, Toastmaster Sanjay, and all the XCOM group and the extended group for making this contest in an offline setup. So big round of applause to all the people who worked in the background. Even I was working with Toastmaster Sanjay for fixing the agenda just before the meeting, and then we published the agenda. So it takes a huge amount of effort. Now coming to the results, and we will go with the results for the first. We'll go with the humorous speech contest, and then we will move to the evaluation speech contest. Please note that the top two, the first place and the second place from the club will represent in the area level contest. So this time it's not only one, there will be two contestants from each club. Okay, and then there are, if the first place or the second place doesn't want to come into picture, then the next one takes up and represents. Right, so that's the normal protocol. Now I would like to have our contest chair. With the help of contest chair, I would like to invite the second runner-up or the third place for the humorous speech contest. So now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Puneet for being the second runner-up and the third place for the humorous speech contest. So now the first runner or the second place goes to Toastmaster Santosh.
And with huge round of applause, I would like to call upon the winner of the humorous speech contest for Walker Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster finish. Please note there was no time disqualification. All the speakers were qualified. Now moving to the evaluation speech contest. The third place goes to Santosh, Toastmaster Santosh.
Once again.
The second place goes to someone who is not in the room. So anyone can take on his behalf.
Can we go through?
Toastmaster Varghese. The Toastmaster Varghese is the for the second place. Yeah, he is not here still. And the first place goes to again Toastmaster Ganesh. A big round of applause. So thank you so much for making this contest a huge success and easing my job as chief judge as well as the area director for the area C2 where the Waka Toastmasters Club comes into. And it's basically I am having a big sigh of relief conducting a contest for my area in an offline setup. This is going to set a tone for the area contest, which is going to happen on the 21st of September. The venue has been finalized. The time slot has been finalized. Now, once we get all the winners, we will finalize the other housekeeping activity. We'll do the other housekeeping activity and then we will publish the agenda and we'll have a blast in the area contest. And with that, I would like to give it back to our contest chair for the further proceeding. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Now let's proceed with the certification presentation for rest of the role players. Let me start with our dear Chief Judge, Toastmaster Abhishek Singh on the stage. और चीफ ऐसे टोस्टमास्टर खुशबू वकील ऐसे टोस्टमास्टर संतोष यादव You kidnapped our participants. Timer Toastmaster Asha. Our flag timer, the Toastmaster Vaibhav Chauhan. Tally counter, Toastmaster Khushbu Vakil. Tally counter, Toastmaster Asha Patel. Contest chair, Toastmaster Sandeep. Yeah, please follow.
So, please welcome Toastmaster Sandeep Dhanapurkar for fabulous job for contestant there for 8 years.
There are few more certificates.
But no time. He is preparing. Some presiding it is started. For time. Presiding it is.
There are few more certificates pending, which is being written now. And meanwhile, I'll call upon our presiding officer for the test.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How's the Josh?
Hi.
Have you enjoyed this contest?
Yes.
It's not like, have you enjoyed this contest?
Yes.
Okay, before proceeding further, we have a few guests today. So I would like to invite him or her over here and just sharing your experience, how you like this meeting. Generally, our meeting agenda is little bit different. It is divided into 3 sections: prepared speeches, table topic master, which in guest can be participate, and the third will be the evolution. But today we have a contest is going on. That's why this is the little change format. So I would like to ask everyone what's your feedback and where you have heard about the Toastmaster. So I would like to invite. Yes, Sagar.
Good evening, everyone. I think before introduce myself, I would like to say the all speeches were fantastic. One gradient which I observed most of the speeches, like most of the role plays play between the wives. So wives is one of the common ingredient. I think Vedant is fortunate for that, and Santosh, whatever the speech he had given about a smile. I remember the day I get married. From that day, I'm smiling. I'm still saying all is well. So I am Sarang Nanodi. I'm married, fortunately. 5-year daughter. I'm in manufacturing, automobile sector. My company name is Jaguar Land Rover. I'm staying in Wakat Skyline. I registered in COEP last month, but it is too far for me. So now I have requested, is there anything is here? So they have suggested me you can join Wakat here. So today is my first day in the Wakat. So that's all. My native is Nagpur, same like Vila, and I'm here in Pune almost from last 10 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have one more guest. Anand, please come.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Anand Joshi, and today I really enjoyed a lot. I saw everyone's speech, and it was really excellent to see all of you performing it with the action, gesture, and I am very For me, joining, also coming to this one was to be a good communicator, and I found it, one of my brother, he's already in Toastmaster. So I heard from him before coming to this. And today also I was searching nearby the Toastmaster club and I found this one. I called up one number and there I saw that, okay, I can come here at 5 o'clock. And that is so sorry, I live nearby, just in Parkwood area only. And yes, so I'm also married and I have 2 kids. And I work in IT profession. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
We have one more guest.
You are already done with the project.
So Sandeep has created more icebreaker. Santosh has created more icebreaker today. Yes. What's your name? Aro. Yeah, Aro.
Good evening, I'm Arif. So I'm in London. I'm 17 years old. So the transitions were very smooth. So I lack confidence. So I have nothing to say.
We have one more guest. Yes, Sapna.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sapna. Actually, I'm a software engineer working in Cognizant, and I'm from Satara. And I found I got a reference of Toastmaster from ChatGPT. I was searching for communication and leadership, and I got that name. I searched it on Google and I got this center contact. So today only I called and I came. And I like from I that contest, I got lots of learning from that contest, and also I enjoyed it. So I got some points like how to enhance our communication skills and leadership.
Yes, yes.
And I also hope that this is the best platform to enhance my leadership skills. Thank you.
Thank you, Sapna. With this, all the guests, we have guest briefings by our DTM Dinesh after this meeting, so you can connect at this corner. He will give a more depth about the Toastmasters, renewals, fees, and how we are running. So he is going to do the guest briefing after this meeting. With this, Chief Contest, every certificate is ready. Yeah. Okay. So I'm giving just get back to Chief Contestant to distribute the certificate.
Okay, now let's begin the rest of the certificates. Let me call upon Toastmaster Santosh Kamoli for who participated in numerous and evolution contests.
Certificate
For the
of
participation, sir.
We are adding something. I think it's everybody got
Veda.
Veda could have to sing my own.
So Toastmaster Veda.
When the announce is near, we will give it. Certificate for community. Yes, announce.
So let me call upon our dear Toastmaster Nikhil, who helped us for the speech as guest speaker.
We'll close the meeting.
Okay, let's have a big round of applause for today's and let's close this meeting.
Let's have a one group photo.